There's no doubt that the Philippines is full of creepy and eerie urban legends that haunt the locals, full of folk tales that have been passed down from generation to generation, and when heard will definitely send cold chills down your spine. I personally have a lot of Filipino friends, and being exposed to many of these urban legends, I knew I had to make a video and share some of them with you. From an enchanted disappearing city to a flesh-eating vampire-like creature, here are 5 of the most unsettling urban legends from the Philippines. The city of Bidong is a gorgeous city full of magnificent skyscrapers, amazing temples and cathedrals, and technology far more advanced than our own, as described by people who have seen it from afar or people who have gotten the chance to visit it. It is reportedly an undefined location in the Philippines, as the city is said to vanish and appear at will, and it only presents itself to a chosen few. Although this city may look and sound like a place you'd want to visit, the mere mention of its name is enough to stir fear among the locals, as it is thought to be the home of many unearthly creatures who seek nothing but human flesh. People who have been abducted by fairies have said to have been brought to this place. Many people also believe the city of Bidong is also the portal to another world. Up to this day, Bidong is still being debated if it is truly a mystical vanishing city or just the product of vivid imaginations. The people who have been able to share stories about it all said similar things that fit together, and that alone can be proof of something. Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., or most commonly known as Bongbong Marcos, was born on the 13th of September 1957. He's currently a senator in the 16th Congress of the Philippines. The urban legend surrounding him is very similar to the one surrounding Paul McCartney, but that's a longer topic for another video. The story goes that the Bongbong Marcos we see today is just a double, a clone, a lookalike replacement, and that the real one died a while ago, sometime in the late 1980s. There are a few different versions on how he died. One tells that he died in England after a fisticuffs with one of his classmates escalated and he was accidentally stabbed, leading to his death. Another story goes that Bongbong was kidnapped by rebel armies and killed somewhere deep in the mountains of Mindanao. The reason for his alleged replacement was because during this time, the Marcos family was in power, and due to the declaration of martial law, that power was perceived to last forever. After the rule of Ferdinand E. Marcos, the First Lady Imelda was next in line. Imelda will of course pass the rule to her children, but since Irene, Bongbong's sister, had other interests at the time, that power would be broken. After finding out the tragic news of Bongbong's death, the family reached out to one of the cousins who had a very similar resemblance to their son, and after a few plastic surgeries, Bongbong Marcos was replaced. Although this urban legend has very little evidence to support it, Bongbong Marcos has acknowledged this and spoken out publicly about it, saying that he finds the whole legend amusing but refuses to release a DNA test proving he's the real one because he likes to be an urban legend. But doesn't that sound like something a lookalike replacement would say?
This is where it gets interesting. My parents then decided to find another boy who looked like me, who was the same age as me, and present that as me, or their son, to the public. And that the person you see now is the replacement, not the original. It's funny though, because when I go to schools and I open the floor, this subject comes up. Are you the real Bongbong? And I have
who asked the question?
kids.
Yeah,
They know the story.
Lucuma Katalk, or door knockers, are a group of 3 robed figures. One resembles a young female, while the other 2 look like elderly men, believed by many in the Philippines to be spirits who knock on doors in the middle of the night, bringing bad omens. The legend has it that whenever they come and knock on your door, someone in your family will die the next day. Some of the locals believe that painting a white cross on their door will repel them from coming, but it's useless as they are said to also go to churches, hospitals, and even government buildings. They simply come, knock, and go. These visits are also more frequent after a disease outbreak. Although the sightings of these beings have decreased since World War II, there are still a few accounts of them being spotted roaming the streets of Visayas at night. The Aswang are by far the most prolific monsters in Filipino folklore. The term Aswang refers to various types of creatures. According to Spanish colonizers in the 16th century, the Aswang are the most feared monsters in the Philippines, and one of the most popular urban legends as well. The Aswang are very often confused with Manananggals, but I'll get to them in a bit. Originally, Aswang are female gals, mostly described as vampire-like creatures that can change shape at will. It's difficult to accurately describe what they look like because their description varies from region to region, but a few similarities do state that these shapeshifters normally live as regular female townspeople who are often shy, but at night they turn into pigs, birds, and large dogs and feast upon human flesh, mainly the liver and heart. The Aswang is said to have bloodshot eyes, an indication of their staying up all night in search of victims. Many locals believe very strongly in the Aswang that whenever they have to go out at night, they always carry a small bag of salt and ginger, as it is believed that this will ward off the creature. Whether this urban legend is real or not, it's definitely one you would not want to go out and investigate. The Manananggal is a widely known urban legend in the Philippines, which literally translates to remover or separator. In this case, one who separates itself. The Manananggal is said to separate its upper torso and fly around at night, feeding on sleeping pregnant women, using its long tube-like tongue to suck out the fetus in the mother's womb. It is said that one of the ways to kill a Manananggal is to pour salt or garlic on its lower torso. Doing so will prevent the creature from reattaching itself and will die come sunrise. But this is nearly impossible as it leaves its lower body hidden deep within the forest. This is definitely an urban legend that I hope is simply just that, and nothing else. From the theory that Bongbong Marcos died a long time ago, to the 3 hooded figures that knock on your door as a warning that someone in your family will die, these have been 5 of the most unsettling urban legends told all over the Philippines. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week with another one.